Hi guys, today I'm going to make Phnom Penh noodle, and I'm starting with some pork bones here and pork feet, and also some a neck bone, and here I have about 6 pounds. And then in my other bowl here I have some pork intestine. I have some pork heart, a liver. This is the liver, and then I have some pork melt and also one tongue at the bottom. First, we are going to pre-cook the bones. This will get rid of the smell and also will make your broth nice and clear because it doesn't have that many scum. And then we are going to cook all of our intestine, the tongue, the liver, and the heart. And I add 1 tablespoon of salt and water to give it a nice flavor. We are going to cook this until it gets tender, except for the liver. The liver we only cook for about 20 minutes because if we cook too long, it's going to taste like rubber. Okay, now my bones are ready. I'm going to remove it and put it in this container with clean water, and I'm going to wash it so it get rid of all the fat and all the scum, and then just replace it into another empty bowl. "20 minutes have passed, so now I'm going to remove the liver. Like I said earlier, if you cook the liver too long, it's going to taste like rubber and it's going to be dry and it won't taste good. And I will also remove the pork melt. That the same thing too. Don't cook it too long because it doesn't taste good. Okay. I'm just going to let this sit aside, and when all my other meats are cooked, then I'm going to slice it all together. Because as for the intestine and the tongue and all that, I let it sit in there for another 30 minutes or so it become more tender. See, you can feel it how hard the heart is, and also the tongue. You can just use your finger and just push it down. And you feel like it's mushy, that means it's ready. If not, it's need more cooking. Okay, now my water is ready. I'm going to pour in all the bone, and we are ready to make our broth. Now I'm toasting some dry shrimps and dry squid. This will flavor the broth because it's already salty. And when your squid is like curl and turn golden brown, that's when you know it's ready. And then you just dump everything into your pot right there. Okay. Now okay. Next, I'm going to toast the daikon. This will give a nice char flavor to your broth and also make your broth sweet as well. And we are going to do the same thing with the carrots. Just let it cook for about 2 minutes on both sides, and then just flip it like I'm doing right now. And then once it's cooked, we're just going to pour everything into the broth. And we are going to do the same thing with the yellow onion. Here I have 3 onions cut in half, and I did the same thing like I did for the carrots and for the daikon. And we are going to put this into our broth. And I just made it earlier, so I have enough time to do this video. Okay.
Nhưng con này cả lão bây giờ không khăn chui vậy rồi nó dương dương vô đấy đã cho không sang dương á bơm cả lần á cho tao đói á. Okay. Cổ bia ngon bia ở trên chiết đấy. Okay, look at that. Looks good. See that? That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Tiêu Phnom Penh. Nè Amric thôi mơ. Tiêu Phnom Penh men. Người ta làm rich khoai mơ chắc. Thơ biết mấy chanh. Đó nè, chanh hai chả mơ.
Here I have some sweet salty radish. We are going to add that into the broth. This will give the broth a nice sweet and a salty flavor. And I use 1 whole bag and just cut into small pieces about 2 inches. And then I have about 1.5 pounds of pork. We are going to put this in the broth as well. We're going to cook the meat and at the same time, add more flavor to the broth. And just let that cook. I'm adding some fish sauce and then some sugar.
Score với lại trộn cho nó. Score.
Okay, now I'm adding some salt. And then some chicken soup mix. Just add it all in there. This will make your broth very tasty. And then just give it a stir. And then we are going to cook this for about 2.5 hours so all the flavor from the meat all releases into the broth. Okay, while the broth is still cooking, now we are going to remove the pork intestine, the heart and the tongue. It's already tender now, and we're going to place it in that same water to clean it out a little bit so there won't be that much scum.
Okay, lỡ chầm dừng ngoài đây mà chúng ta ở đây mà chỗ này đây. Let's cook now. Okay, cover that. Lấy hành về.
I'm going to smash some garlic and fry it with some shrimp paste. This will give your broth an extra flavor. It's like a little kick to it. So just go ahead and smash it in your mortar and pestle.
Là nó nhận đậm linh vía, đậm bông vía này, tiền dương này, tiền dương đặt lạnh. Đấy, cái thịt táo thái mà đậm bông thế này. Nè, there you go. Okay, giờ đậm bông về cho tốt.
Okay, when you stir fry this and it turn golden brown, go ahead and add, this is 1 tablespoon of shrimp paste I'm using. And we are going to cook it just for a few seconds or so. And be careful because it does splatter. And you want to remove it from the heat so it doesn't, your garlic doesn't burn.
Đồ đi màu. That. Nó chanh, nó chanh hai. Đấy.
Okay, there may be some garlic and some shrimp that stick to the pan. Just go ahead and add some water in there and basically just give it a shake and pour everything into the broth. Don't waste anything. Okay, we're done seasoning our broth. Now we're going to let it cook for another hour so it'll be nice and flavorable. Okay, now that we're waiting for our broth to cook, I'm going to get all my condiments ready. So here I'm mixing, I'm preparing to cook some ground pork. With the Phnom Penh Noodle, you have to have ground pork as one of the condiments. You can season your ground pork any way you would like. I'm going to mix it with some dry shrimp, some peppercorn, and some garlic. And basically, I just smash it in the mortar and then basically just mix it very well. You can use your spoon or your hand. And then we are going to cook this in hot water, or boil it in hot water.
Đây đặt ngào về, ngào rồi mới sọ. Đầu tự nhiên tôi hơi chặt chỗ nữa. Chỗ mà đặt chỗ tao. Anh ấy ăn lươn nè, ở dưới. Hai PM là TH ăn này. Để đặt ngào về chứ đó.
And you are going just to cook this for about 5 minutes. And then just remove it from the water and put it in a bowl and let that set aside. Now we are ready to slice all of our organs or meat, I guess you can call them meat, and just slice it very finely. This will give your noodle more flavorable, so all the broth get in soak with the meat.
Hạt đáng tới giờ nhằm tới vừa sâu thông khăn làm là nghề.
Except for the pork intestine. This one we're going to cut it into small pieces, like bite-sized pieces.
Hay tụi mà lấy rồi nè, đạm mà chẳng à, mà chỉ hiến à. Okay.
The last stage to the broth, we are going to remove the scum that is floating on top of the water, and then we're going to add in some more pork meatball.
Đã từ.
And here I'm chopping some green onion, some cilantro, and some they call it saw mint because the leaves have a pointy edges. And then this is going to be used as our condiments to add additional flavor. And also some lemon as well, or lime, whatever you have. Just cut into small pieces, and that's going to be squeezed into your noodle.
Chán đấy, đặt krương dưới cái nó như miền ở vuông khối.
Now we are ready to eat. Basically, cook the rice noodle. Just dip in the water for a few seconds, and then you want to add all your meat. Here I have some quail eggs, some shrimps, and add all your meat like the intestine, the liver, the tongue, and basically everything.
Chuột ní, tin tí tấu hay ní, đạt. Thế. Hayนี่เนมเนี่ยเมื่อดันได้นี่ผัดนี่ผัดเอสชุบ.
Okay, so here's our ground pork that we marinated earlier with the shrimp. So put a little bit of that into the bowl. And this is some dry sweet radish. And I just basically finely chop it up and add that in there too to give it an extra flavor. And then some fresh bean sprout. Okay, you want to get the big fat kind. That's my favorite. Or you can use the small kind. It doesn't matter. They still taste the same. Don't forget to add in some green onions, some cilantro, and some of that saw mint. And also don't forget about the lemon. That will give an extra kick to your noodle as well too. Okay, now we are ready to pour the broth into our nice little bowl here. Get some carrots, get some daikon, and get some pork meatball. Basically get everything if you want your noodle to be, you know, delicious.
Súp mát nè, súp dê nè. Cùi trăng nhằm, pop. Này cũng biết tôm pong, bãi chả này. Tôm pong.
Now we're going to add some extra condiments again. I had some fried garlic earlier, and this is some chili, garlic, oil seasoning, and then put in some hoisin sauce, and then some chili paste sauce, which is a sriracha, one of my favorite sauce. And like I say, you have to put everything in there. And here I'm going to add in some black pepper to give an extra kick. Yeah. Oh, we're not done yet. This is some green pickle chili. That also give another kick as well too. I love my food hot. Oh, here's my baby. Hey, baby girl. Yep, there you go. Add in 3 to 4 of that. And now I'm ready to dig in.
Good, fine. It's delicious. Ngon nhỉ? Em thấy muỗng mày. So good. Không mình tên. Good. Đó, nè, so good ạ. Nè, bật phệ nhâm. Ta bật đeo. So it's good.
Okay guys, that is it on how to make a Phnom Penh noodle. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and then hit that subscribe button if you have not hit it yet. I would truly appreciate it. Okay, until the next video, thank you so much for watching, and take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.